Boys and girls, what we're saying, it's Wednesday. That means one thing, it's leg day. Legs and biceps, to be precise. Had Charlotte this morning. Emma's been at work since early. She's playing up at the moment, Charlotte, man. Crazy 2-year-old. Went to see Cuba this morning as well, just for a bit of like an in-person check-in. Very happy with where we're at. Very happy. Everything's in a good spot. Recovery. He's very happy with condition. Training's going good. Sleep's decent. Probably could be a little bit better, but we can't always be perfect. We can try to be as good as we can. But yeah, did a fucking L-carnitine jab. You know, one of them stingers. Did it a bit too much front delt, and I can feel it, like a little bubble poking out my delt. I hate this shit. One of those things, man. It is what it is. Trying to add up those little 1%. Like I said, I never used to not believe in it. It's not like it's not like a ghost, is it? But like, does it make a fucking difference? Like, what difference is it going to make, really? But if we can do a little 1% in exchange for a little bit of pain, them little 1% always add up. They always add up. And the proof's in the pudding. Because we've been doing it and we've been making good progress. So why stop now? But yeah, leg day today. I've been getting my motivation in this morning. I've been watching Hunter Labrada train legs. He does low volume. He'll do a working set and a back off set the majority of the time. Sometimes he'll just do one working set. But he's a big fucker, and he's made crazy progress doing it like that. Obviously has a training partner, so I think when you have a training partner, you can get away a bit more with doing one working set, because you can take it that little bit closer or past failure. Where I see it as like, if you're training on your own, it's a bit safer to do 2 sets on most things, as opposed to try and go to full failure and not complete your reps. Whereas if you've got a training partner with you, sometimes you can get away with just 1 set if you're consistent with how you do things. But yeah, that's my take on it anyway. But yeah, his leg workout, not identical, but pretty much same to what we do. So obviously we'll do a bicep first, but so we'll start off with seated hamstrings. It's exactly the same machine as what we've got at Muscle Bound. Seated hamstring curls. We're going to do 2 working sets. Then we're going to do some leg extensions. Again, 2 working sets. Then we're going to go into the leg press. So I've been very like split with what to do for leg press, and it's been like pecking made a bit. Because last week I tried the what the fuck's it called now? The Cybex leg press, and like it felt good after. I felt like I got deep. It blew my legs up, but I just struggle to lock into it. Like, I don't feel fully secure. Like, I just don't feel like as soon as I go past a certain weight, it's like not only do I struggle to hold on, like it feels like it's pushing me out of the seat. Like, it feels like I need a fucking seatbelt or something. And I don't know why I struggle to get like depth on it. I don't know if it's my shit ankle mobility or what. But so we're gonna go back to the hammer strength today, and we're gonna full send it. Because like I say, it's something that I can fucking lock in on. There's a hammer strength leg press at most gyms. I've been to Dubai next week. There's a hammer strength leg press at Oxygen. Using that. If I do train at Dungeon when I go next week, which I actually might do, then I know they've definitely got the Cybex. I don't know what other they've got. I think they've got one that I think I've seen people using it. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Like I always say, it's about, as long as the movement pattern's the same, it's what you can lock into. It's what you can lock into and isolate the muscle that you're trying to hit the best. And obviously we're trying to hit his quads. So yeah, like I thought about using the Cybex. It's like a leg press, but it's called a squat press, where it looks like a leg press, but it's on a bit of like a hinge, like a sort of like a pendulum swing thing. But I spoke to Cube about it, and he says it's a bit too much like a squatting movement. We want to more isolate quads, so stick to a what's it called, like a fucking sliding leg press, whichever you can lock in on the most. So we've been doing it for the last like 4 months. So why stop now? Why stop now? And it's obviously worked, because my quads were something that's probably come up the most in the last 12 months. But yeah, leg press, we'll do 2 sets of that. Working in that 6 to 10 rep range at the moment. And then we're going to do a hack squat. And I do like the Cybex hack squat. And again, I spoke to Cuba, and he said to me pretty much like, whilst we're in this rep range, if we're hitting 9 clean reps, which I did last week on the new weight that we added, then go heavier. So I'm gonna go a little bit heavier today than last week, which is gonna be progression again. I know I said I don't want to get too carried away, but it's not exactly like I'm chasing it, forcing the reps. They're just coming as a byproduct from everything that I'm doing. And if it's given to you, you've got to take it. Yeah, that's the way I see it anyway. That's the way I see it. We'll see how we feel today anyway, because I might, like I said, because I've been getting very motivated by how Hunter trains on like the last working set, or the one working set. If we only get one, we might try and send it a little bit. I don't mean like start grinding reps out, but if I feel like I can, if I need a little like 1 or 2 second breather and I can get another one out, then I'm probably gonna go for it. Bastard. But yeah, I'm just not gonna. I just don't want to force it. That's all. Mirror. And then after hack squat, we're gonna do a couple of sets of leg curls, and then we're off to see Jay today. Got a nice little rub down with Jay. And hopefully I can fucking rip this ball out my fucking shoulder, man. That's pretty much gone now. I can't feel it anymore. Bullshit. I can't eat, man. I remember like a year ago, and I was like, I'm never doing that fucking bullshit. Look at me now. Do it fucking every morning before I do my fasted walk, and I've been doing it pre-workout meal every day too. But yeah, I got my peptides again last night, didn't I? I've been taking my Moxie in the morning, and then on the night I got this. So I got this GHKCU. It's meant to be very like helpful with recovery, muscle tissue repair. I asked Grog, didn't know what to get, and it said that it'll make a difference. So we'll see. Anyway, I got it last night, mixed it last night it's fucking blue, like pure, like blue. I put it in, and one thing what I've learned from these fucking peptides is, like, with my Lantus, when it's pharma grade, you can whack it in sub-Q. With my growth, obviously it's pharma grade again, whack it in sub-Q, just into a little bit of fat in your belly, or just in the skin, whatever, depending on how lean you are. But fuck me, some of these peptides, yeah, and like, if you get like kits of growth, when you jab them, you get fucking like it irritates the site. It's almost like you get like little lumps. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Everyone's done 100 IU kits before. Everyone's got like the little lumps before at some point. But yeah, I think also it's one of them where, like, if I'm taking something at night, you take it on the night for a reason, because you want it to slow release and do its magic. You want it to sort of like slow release and do its magic whilst you're sleeping. And you're in no rush. You don't want it to go straight in. Whereas if you start jabbing things intramuscular, then rumour has it now, what happens if you jab things intramuscular is, especially peptides, they do get absorbed into the bloodstream faster. Whereas, like I say, if you put it in fat, it's just a bit more slow release. So it's one of those, isn't it? But well, I've got, like, I jabbed it last night, that blue shit, and I still got a lump in my stomach this morning. But yeah, we'll jab it into like my fucking. It's only like 0.1 or 0.2 mil that I'm doing. It's tiny amount. Like on an insulin needle, it's like that much. So yeah, and also I've been sourcing some Retta. So Retta True-Tide. You know what? A couple of reasons. So you know what? Appetite is not crazy and out of control. Appetite is high though, but I want to see. The main thing is I want to see like what microdose in a small amount does. One reason, obviously, I see a lot of people who I trust, who I respect, who are using it to grow muscle. And there's a lot of benefits from it. It's not just the Retatrutide. It's not just an appetite suppressant. Some people don't even get the appetite suppressant shit from it. Some people just get all the other benefits. So that, but then also it's one of them things where I have got certain clients that would possibly benefit from it, for numerous reasons. Like, there's a lot of people, like, especially when it's like a lot of people do struggle with the food focus thing, especially if, like, the people around them, like, they don't really understand, or they're sort of like, they're new to bodybuilding but they love it, and it's, I don't know, it's one of them, innit? But I don't see it as like a fucking moral dilemma. You know what I mean? If you're a grown fucking man, you can make your decisions. Like, I don't think it's the first thing that you should reach for. Similar to taking steroids, I don't feel like you start going gym and then straight away you should start taking steroids. But if you're a grown man and you make the decisions, then it's one of those, isn't it? Like, I don't want to have a client who's like, right, I'm getting this, what should I do? And what do you want me to do? Just say, no, don't take it. And then what do? They take it. I don't give them any advice on like how much to take or nothing. And yeah, so I thought, at least if I take it myself, then it just gives me that extra bit of, I'll be just a bit more informed, because I've done it myself. If I have to advise any of my clients to do it, or anyone that I know. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, man, we're still in a fucking very good spot. Still super lean. One thing what I've noticed though, and again, I think it's just something that can't help. Like, since my food's gone up, the volume of food that I'm eating, it's like I'm still going to bed a bit too full, and it is fucking with my sleep a little bit. And then what I've noticed is, like, in the morning, Like I wake up like clockwork. Number 2, I never have to worry about that. Even in prep, always the case. But what I've noticed is it's like, it's almost like the number 2. It's like, right, get up, get out of bed, right. The first number 2, and then what I'll do is I'll make my breakfast. Because I don't like to get up and just fucking go straight out my door, go straight from a walk, blah, blah, blah. I like to get up, I like to move about a little bit. Obviously I have a number 2. If Charlotte's there, she needs sorting, or Emma needs any help about, that'll get done. Then what I usually do is I'll make my morning drink, like my morning concoction, like my gut health drink. I'll make that. I'll make my breakfast. That can take up to about 15 minutes sometimes. And then by the time I've done all that, sometimes I have another shit. It's like, oh. But then it's like, so from when I wake up to when I've done when I'm like done my second, sometimes it can be like an hour. And what I've noticed is, it's a hearse, that's right. And what I've noticed is like, so for me to get a true reading of my weight, sometimes I've got to wait a fucking hour. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? We've created this life where we can live like a bodybuilder, and we can be a bit more flexible with time. Yeah, this morning obviously, because I couldn't go out on my walk, it's chill. Like in prep on Wednesday mornings, what I usually do is I'd be up a lot earlier. I'd be out at door and back before Emma even got out of bed. But now, sleeping a bit, going to bed a bit later, trying to stay in bed a little bit longer. So we got the walk pad out this morning. Epic piece of kit, man. If you don't have a walk pad, I highly recommend that you get one. I got it for about $130 off Amazon, and it's been a game changer, man. Since I've been doing walking for my cardio, and like not bike, not stairs, and like I fucking love doing stairs, but I'm not one of these guys that hate doing cardio. Like I love doing stairs. All last year's prep, like when I started with Stefan, I'm like, he was like, oh, what cardio are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing an hour on my rest day in the morning, 45 minutes on my training day, and he was like, fucking alright. Stefan's one of those where it's like, if you say to him, I don't want to do no cardio, what have you doing cardio? Like, you decide you're a cardio yourself, sort of thing. But yeah, and I'll happily plug in away at that. I never like, oh, I'll take my cardio away. But yeah, and then when it got into off season, I got a bit lazy with going to the gym. And there were some days where I thought, oh, I'm not gonna bother going today. I'm not gonna do it today. And then obviously I started working with Cuba, and it started wanting me to get the steps in. And he's like, right, 10k steps a day, and I was looking at my started putting my watch back on, and I was like, fucking hell, 5,000 steps today. And I'm like, I'm just gonna have to be fucking walking all day. And then I was like, oh, there's some days where I can't do it, and he's like, buy a walk pad. Anyway, I got a walk pad, and it's like, in prep every morning, walk pad. But then since prep, I got to the point where I started enjoying going for a walk outside. And towards the end of prep as well, then it's so easy to get my steps in now, and it's one of those where it's like causes minimal fatigue. And people will talk shit, so you know, you gotta get lean off steps, and people laugh at it and like not ridicule it, but like you need to be fucking doing proper cardio. You need to be getting on. You want to get lean, get on Stairmaster. All right. I must just be genetically blessed then, which I'm not. But yeah, obviously we got peeled, and I still think we can get more peeled as well, very easily. Like I don't feel like we really pushed it. We might have done a week or two where we were having less than 200 grams carbs on his rest day. Training day, I don't think carbs went below like 2 feet, probably about 300 lowest. But most time they were like 400. Yeah, and literally, I'm with the way it works out. So I'm doing like, I'd say do 12,000 steps. I do like 12 to 15. and it'd been nice and simple as like, I do a 30-minute walk in the morning, I walk up to the village and back. Like a little loop that I do. It's like 20-25 minutes, not even 30. And then I do the same on an evening. And then by doing that and going to the gym, and obviously I do a 10-minute walk when I get to the gym. 12 to 15 k's on without fail. Like yesterday, did my usual walk in the morning. I dropped Charlotte off at nursery. Usual walk in the morning, 25 minutes. Went to the gym and that, come back. Called at supermarket. And by the time I were home, I'd done 11,000 steps. And then by the time I got in bed, just like fucking about in the house, making meals and shit, like helping Emma sort Charlotte. Done like 12,500. Fucking, when you get into that routine of doing it, man, it's just fucking so easy. So easy. But I think what I used to do is, especially like in prep, you do that cardio in the morning, whatever it is that you do, and then because you end up being so fucking tired, you just end up sat down on your ass all day. You know, it is that you rate it when like people just drive in the fucking fast lane, when all the other lanes are free. You just get into that habit of doing things, and once you're in the habit of doing things, it's fucking so easy, man. Just like in the same sense of, if you're not into the habit of doing things, things can be very hard. Like change is hard. Believe me, change is hard. But change is good, especially if you're not where you want to be, and you want to change, or you want to get better. Oftentimes, change is what's fucking needed. Change is the missing ingredient. And whether that be changing like habits, changing who you are. Sometimes it's as simple as you fucking just start being more consistent, start being more disciplined. It's one of those like discipline. It's a weird thing, discipline. And a lot of people feel like when people think about discipline, a lot of people think about sacrifice. They see discipline as like a bad thing, like something that's hard to do. Whereas the way I see discipline, it's basically doing what you need to do to get to where you need to be, or to where you want to be. So to me, if you want to be if you want to achieve something, if you want to do something, then surely the discipline should be something that you want to do. And then the alternatives, where it's like you're disciplined because like somebody would be like, oh, my missus got a McDonald's last night. And I'm thinking, well, wait, like, why are you telling me? Oh, but I was good because I was good because she was there getting it. It's like, yeah, but there comes a time where it's like you need to stop patting yourself on the back for shit like that. Like you made this choice. It's like you're not like fucking 12. You don't need a gold sticker for fucking putting your hand up before you ask the question. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I feel like it almost goes hand in hand with that. I see a lot of people talking about how like people are just like not pussies these days, but people are just a lot weaker. Because I think what it is I think like and as well people say it's not, but life's so fucking easy these days, man. Life's so easy these days. Like think about like what I do and like what I know a lot of you guys do. Like if we were alive 100 years ago, we couldn't do that shit. We'd have to get you'd be doing some bullshit job working in a factory. Obviously cost of living would be a lot cheaper, and it might be one of them where because you had a job your missus didn't have to work. But fuck me. Life is a lot easier, man. Life is a lot easier these days. You can pretty much fucking decide what you want to do and fucking do it from home. And as well, what you can also do is you can also, especially if you live in fucking UK, you can be like, don't know what I want to do for a job. Go to the fucking job seekers allowance, whatever it is. They pay you £100 a week or some bullshit like that. And you don't even have to work. You can just pretend you're looking for a job. I know people that do it all the time. It's just like imagine that, free healthcare, everything. Some of the best healthcare in the world as well in UK, as fucking crazy as it sounds saying that, because NHS is just fucking, well, obviously it's NHS is fucked because people abuse the system, as you'd expect. You know what I mean? You give people an inch to take a mile. That's how things like that usually work. But yeah, and again, like, you get yourself in trouble, you don't have enough money to fucking pay for your solicitors. Oh, you get them for free. And don't have to get a bad one either, you can get a good one free, and government pay for it. Yeah, life's fucking very easy now. But I think that's the reason why people struggle so much, because it is so easy. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people get anxiety as well, because they've got there's no imminent threat. There was a study, I don't know if you've heard of this study, where what they did is they got it was something to do with guys who were on, like, army guys or whatever, army guys, guys in the forces, or whatever you want to call them, and they found that the guys who were in the barrack, I think they're called barracks. It was like say that like a group of fucking people got deployed to Afghanistan, whatever. Yeah. It was saying that the people who they found afterwards were most likely to suffer from like anxiety and like PTSD were the people that never actually saw the combat. And it was saying that that's because it's like a waiting game, like the fear of the unknown. Because if nothing happens, and it's like, whereas the guys who went out on the missions, because they were confronting it all, they actually were shown less likely to suffer from like anxiety and stuff. But then as well, that's why when they come back home and life's normal, they all suffer, because it's like, right, what do I do now? It's like you're waiting for fucking nothing to happen. So yeah, I know a lot of people who like struggle with anxiety, but anxiety is just fucking, it's just like a normal feeling, man. But I do feel like it's one of those things where it is a bit like overused at the moment. Like same with like, oh, I've got ADHD, mate. Oh, I've got OCD. You probably am. Probably fucking am. Oh yeah. I've been a bit loose on these today. Just get the blood into them. Fuck. Oh, yeah, man. Let's go. Fuck, man. Fucking Adam. 9.5. Fuck. See him again. Brilliant. Fuck, man. Leg extensions. Fly through it today. Oh, yeah. $13, 12.5, call it. Could have been better. We'll stay on that, they felt good. Joke when I'm talking on this, everybody thinks I'm fucking talking to myself, which I am. Let's go. Let's go. Fuck me. They were better. Oh, fuck. Arguably fucking 8.5, 9. Leg press time. Yep. Come on. Ooh. Do another set of that. Oh. Might be a little bit ambitious trying this again, but if you don't try, you don't know. Right. I want to get at least 6. Got about 3-minute rest, but I can still feel like right. Let's fucking go. Yeah man, yeah man, better than the first set that. Oh, buzzing with that. Yeah, fucking legs are gonna grow. Yeah man, gassed, right, buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. I feel like I couldn't have been more locked in on that. Fucking buzzing. I want to get at least 8 on this, so I've gone 5 of you aside. Nearly went 10 heavier, but ego is the enemy. Let's go. Oh yeah. Yeah man. Fuck knows what that fucking squeaking was then. Fuck man. Fuck. Buzzing. 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 Heavier. Max reps. Better reps as well. Right, line hamstring curls. Yeah man. Oh. Last set. Last set of the fucking day. So check you some fucking Samsung leg reps there. Every now and again work out. Fucking hell, looks like the clean mirror today. See what the fucking odds are saying. I was saying to Cuba this morning, feels like my upper body's growing and my legs are fucking skinny. I think I just enjoy doing quads twice a week, man. I miss it, but we're doing it. If we need to turn pro, we need to bring up my upper body, and then the legs will just fucking catch up, man. It's easy to grow legs as soon as you throw them in twice a week, but at the moment they demand so much fucking recovery training legs twice a week. It's either one thing or other. So what do? Let everything grow slowly and then let weak points catch up, or focus on strong points and weak points get left behind. You know what I'm saying? So bear that in mind when you're fucking programming your training, or your coach is programming your training, or even if you're a coach and you're programming your client's training, that you allocate volume correctly over the week, because what you train most will grow as long as it can recover. But if you're overtraining big muscle groups or training them too much to the point where all your food, all your recovery is going to them muscle groups, then your weaker ones are the ones that are going to get neglected. So bear that in mind. And this is why you hear stories about guys like Tom Platz. Google Tom Platz. Hear guys like Tom Platz, once his legs are at the right size, we train him once a month, once every 6 weeks, because that's all he needed. And what he did was, obviously, when he did grow his legs, he'd train them that hard each week that it was the only fucking thing that grew, because all recovery was going towards them. Same with like guys like Flex Lewis. I remember seeing a thing where before in Olympia he had like 6 months or something daft, 3 or 6 months no leg training because his upper body needed to catch up. And what were happening him by training legs every week, it was demanding that much recovery that nothing else was recovering, so no other body parts were growing and his legs were miles ahead. And also remember that you don't need as much volume to hold on to muscle tissue as you do to grow it. So what I mean by that is, say that you get massive fucking legs or massive arms to the point where they're dominating everything else, you could get away with training them once a month, once every week, once every 2 weeks even. Like, you hear it all the time where you get guys who've got massive calves and they never train calves because they don't need to, because they're walking them. Or they might just throw them in once every couple of weeks. But yeah, you get the gist. Anyway, bad boy session today. Let's see what we've got post-workout. Yes. Right. We're going to be on time for once. So I just helped my boy Aidan, one of my clients, with a bit of posing. Struggling to get his lat out. I noticed a lot of guys struggle to get the lats out. And the best piece of advice I can give you, if you struggle to get your lats out when you're posing, is grow your fucking lats. As harsh as it sounds, but it's as simple as that. So how I learned how to do it back in the day, and I wasn't even trying to learn how to do it, but how I learned how to do it, every single workout I started off with 5 sets of pull-ups, sometimes 10 sets of pull-ups, and other muscle groups might have suffered a little bit as a result, but ultimately I got to a point where it was very, very easy to get a connection with my lats, very easy. And sometimes to prioritize muscle groups, you do have to neglect other muscle groups. That's just how it is, man. That's what bodybuilding is. That's what I'm talking about in there, basically. Just like if you want really big legs, potentially you have to reduce the volume on something else. Just like you could love training legs, but if your legs are a strong point and you've got weak points and you absolutely destroy your legs, then what are you doing? Are you just going to the gym because you enjoy training, or are you wanting to make progress? Because you know what, that's another thing. Why did you get into the gym? Why did you start training? And people are like, oh, because I love training, blah blah blah, and that's something that fucking everybody says, oh yeah, because I love training. But for me, because I love making progress. Like, I train and you'd see a result, and obviously the immediate result would be that little pump that you get after a workout where you feel like you're bigger already, but that's all it takes, man. And you could even say the pump is almost like a window into the future of what you're going to look like in 3 months, 6 months time. Yeah. Oh, I didn't show you what I got, did I? I just covered it in berries. So basically, I got sugar puffs, the fucking real deal, and then I got some Frosties, the fucking real deal, and then we've got 250 grams of the summer berries, we've got 125 grams of cereal, and then we've got the Gasmark 10 coconut whey, and I've mixed it in I've put it in 250 ml coconut milk. There's fuck all calories in it, man. There's like probably like an extra fucking 50 calories. But I anticipated making some new numbers on legs today, and having a sick workout. And I said to myself, if we didn't have a sick workout, I was just gonna fast after my workout and not have a post-workout meal. I'm only joking. Right. How's that? We're a fucking... Oh, it says we're going to be there bang on time. 4 o'clock. We're doing good, man. We're doing good. It's been a good fucking day. Let's not jinx it. Right, guys. See you on the next one.